Hey guys, here again at the Reverse Geo Trike, and this is Dano from Hidden Bigfoot Research Labs, and we are gonna give this 1989 Geo Metro an oil change. Alright, and I looked it up online and it said it was like 3.7 quarts of oil of 5W30. They only had 3 quarts there. And I got some other stuff running on 5W20. I hate to mix it, but I'm just going to top it off just a little bit if I need it, depending on where this oil, or where this engine actually is sitting. But this is real simple on the Geo Trike. There's my oil filter. And, oh, my drain nut's in the back. Okay, I still got to get down some. And there's the drain bolt. Right there. And right there, if I was doing this, I would come in from here on the side, or I could probably, I don't know if the air conditioning stuff would be in the way. You probably got to do it from the bottom. But I also wanted to show you the free oil catcher. You can take these empty gallon jugs that are kind of level like this, and just cut out a flap, and then that'll catch all the oil that comes out. And I can store it. I burn oil. I have oil burners and stuff for the shop, but I have ways of burning waste oil. Anyone who don't have ways of disposing of it should dispose of it properly. Most places will take it for free, I think. I mean, that oil's some bad stuff. Don't just dump it out. And ta-da! Some nice camera editing magic. Slide that under, and there's our free oil collection jug. Will hold a gallon. Actually, I think these are bigger than a gallon. Yeah, well, holds 1.25, so yeah, we'll hold a gallon without spilling over. Alright, that's a 17. And see it right there. Oh my god, so y'all missed it. I just pulled this out without getting a bit of oil on me. I managed to pull it out, and then I realized the camera wasn't recording. But yeah, I got oil on me after I put the camera down. I managed to just pluck that out. I had it like that, and I was pushing in with my finger, and then once it actually came free, I was still pushing in. I just kind of lifted out and up, and that let the oil just go straight in. But this is only like a 3-quart engine, so you know there wasn't a whole lot of oil pressure there. But the pushing in trick does work on keeping less oil from getting on you, and you know it saves you a lot. But I'm just gonna let that drain for a while and start pulling the filter off. Alright, what I got here is an oil filter wrench. And I do try to use these, and they make a lot of different versions. But essentially, this one may be too big. Well, all my other oil wrenches are in my toolbox at my house. So, I'll just show you that. Because you don't have to have them. And unless the times that you do. Like, if you can't get it to just, yeah, see, this one was not even tight. But whenever they're tight enough that you can't tweak it off with your hand or even put a rag over it and then turn it, then get one of these. Do not crumple an oil filter if at all possible, because an oil filter is like an egg. It holds the shape of the egg. You know, an egg you can stand a book on top of because of the dome effect. You definitely want that when dealing. And that's done dripping now. When I've seen times where people's had to stab a hole through it and try to use a screwdriver to turn it, and it just ruptures the whole thing. You know, it's like, if you've ever ripped a can in half, it's the same thing. you definitely want to try to use an oil wrench if you're not able to do it by hand. I'm going to put this drain plug back in now. And we won't put that near as tight as it was, because these things only have to be kind of tight. There we go. Alright, put that there. See, that's why I slid it underneath, because there's oil in this thing too. And make sure and put oil in your oil filter when you add them. Alright. Now I took a rag and I cleaned the surface of that metal nice and good. Honestly, it was really clean. It just had oil on it. See, it's still a little keeps soaking out or seeping out. But here is a Fram oil filter from Walmart. I have a video on how to use the machine, or the little computer that hangs up that tells you exactly how to do it. And it looks a little smaller, but that's okay. But okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of oil. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of oil. And let me show you a little trick here. So I didn't know you could do this for a long time, but sometimes you can pour. See how I got the neck at the top instead at the bottom? And that gives me a lot more of a pour, and it don't get bubbles. You like that? You see what I'm doing? That is so hard to do in camera at the same time. But it didn't cause it to rush out from being forced around and then pressurized. This allows it to just pour out. That's plenty. A little bit more than I wanted. Alright, now I'm going to take just a little bit of a clean rag. And I don't want to soak that oil ring. But it's not a bad idea to just put just a little bit of a bead of oil around it just so that it lubricates it. And I mean, normally you're going to leak a little bit getting it in, so it's better to have a uniform wetness than not. Alright, where are we at? Yeah, we're about half full. We can put some more in there. And by doing this, it's keeping you from having a dry start, or instead of the oil pump having to pump all the oil up to fill this oil filter and then sending air out. By pre-filling it some, there's not very much of a air pocket, not near as bad. Alright, now I'm going to lose a little bit, but that's okay. Really, I'll just make it quick. Get it on straight as you can. Well, absolutely get it on straight. Not as you can, but get it on straight. And then you don't want to super tighten these things. You just kind of want to go tight or snug where it is now. And then if you can go just a little bit more, you'll feel where it's got to have a lot of pressure. I mean, right there. But now we just gotta give her 3/4. We'll go ahead and clean off the dipstick, get any dirty oil out of the system. Excess oil, just to keep it from smoking and just to keep it from becoming a mess. Clean it up all nice and good. What if I go a little bit more? Yeah, there we go. I like that name up. And that's still not hurting it being that tight. Now we just gotta give it roughly 3 quarts. And we'll give it the rest of this partial quart. You see how stumbly this is? I'm gonna show you another trick in just a second. We're just gonna pause this and let that completely pour out. Alright, now we're just gonna cut down that. Just cut the top off or whatever length you need. My knife is so dull. And then boom. And now you have a instant funnel that works perfectly for doing oils, for doing other stuff, because now it's got a long spout for catch. Yeah, it works great. Alright, now I can use this for an oil change. Or now I can use this as an oil funnel. And with it having the long spout, I can easily pour in this big jug here. But since it's different oil, I'm going to wait on that one. And now we barely got a quart in, including the funnel and it. And see, isn't that amazing? You gotta love getting free oil filters for free. Free. Alright, I'm pouring in the 3rd quart now. Oh, I just spilt it. Dang it, I thought I could get it in without spilling it. Shows me I should have just used the free funnel right after I explained how useful it is. Man, oh man. I mean, you see that really means something. I mean, Alright, that would make 3. And see, we're all at 3 quarts, put it halfway. So I'm gonna add, actually I'm gonna wait, because this oil here is 20 weight, not 30 weight, or well, 20 or not I guess winter, 5 winter, 20, I think that was the heat. I have to look that up again, but either way, oil. I was putting in 5W30, and since I'm in the operating range, I'm just going to keep it at that. Alright, now I gotta go put my oil into my oil containers for when I want to fire up the oil burners. Y'all should check out those videos online also. Those are pretty fun. I think I call it Dragon's Breath or something. I mean, big fire, lots of aluminum smelting. And I want to get back into that. I plan on making some aluminum parts for this Trike also. But now I'm going to write down my mileage just so I know. I may even put something in like that corner there. I guess I could write it right there. Yeah, that'd be a good spot for it. I can always move it. But alright guys, thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and always check out my other videos. And always subscribe. YouTube don't think I'm somebody unless I got lots of subscribers and likes, apparently. I didn't realize likes were important. But if you're ever changing your oil on a Geo Metro tricycle, well, I guess a sickle is a bicycle or a pedal machine, ain't it? Motorcycle. But alright, I'm just goofing off. Later on, guys. Lates.